Hi, welcome back. The Guilds at the Segerstrom Center for the Arts plays a big part in fundraising and support for programs. I have Diana Hardy, who is here to talk about the Guilds and fundraising and all sorts of fun things.
Yeah, and we've got a big intimate fundraiser coming up in a couple of weeks,
Right.
the end of March.
Right.
And it's working out to be quite an interesting event. One of the things we do for the last 6 years, we've held it at the Duck Club in Irvine.
Right.
And I always like the Duck Club because it's a way of getting away from all the hustle bustle of Orange County.
Right.
And you feel like you're in the country because
Right.
it's right there by San Joaquin Marsh. And way off in the distance, you see the big buildings. And
Right.
so it should be a fun event because we always have a good group of people and
Right.
members of the guilds and their
Right.
guests, and there'll be about 100 people there. And
Right, and we'll talk about all the details of the Masquerade Ball after we talk about the most important thing, which would be the guilds. Tell me a little bit about the various guilds and how that works.
well, I belong to Carmen chapter, and I've been a member since maybe the late 80s. We're part of the West Area Guild.
Right.
And which is there's about 7 area guilds within Orange County, and then you have ultimately the guilds of Segerstrom Center for the Arts.
Okay, and we have a guild here where we're looking at it right now, so it's called From the Wings.
Yes.
And how many people are in that one? Do you know?
Oh gosh, the last I heard there were about 75.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, and they do a lot of different bus trips and things. They got a couple of trips planned for going to LA to the Getty and then up to Long Beach.
Okay. Okay. And then you said that, and then we were talking about how the guilds have raised, quite a bit of money.
Yeah, since their inception in the late 70s, they've raised over $16 million. And a lot of it is just the little small intimate fundraisers that we do. There's one big fundraiser every year, and we've got one coming up in May, the beginning of May, afternoon on the bay at Balboa Bay Club.
Okay.
So there's a lot of different things that the Guild's members do. There's like 19 different chapters with over 1,000 members. And it's one of the biggest support organizations for a nonprofit performing arts group here in Southern California. And it's a format that's been emulated by arts organizations across the country.
I bet.
So it's a very prestigious group.
Well, and it sounds like it takes a village to support how much is really going on in all those different entities.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And the money also goes to support programs like education and.
Right.
Okay.
We have all kinds of different education programs. One of the things we firmly believe in is using the arts to help teachers build understanding of math and science and use the arts to help inform their students.
Right.
And so the center has like 75 at least professional artists on their roster that they can call upon and send out to the schools for hands-on activities and to create excitement with the kids and help the teachers in their professional development to convey the information to their students. We also have different things like a partnership with Cal State Fullerton that it's called Avenues to Learning, where they deal with the local schools. They deal with all of their students, the student teachers, helping them to grow professionally in teaching.
Right.
So
good.
Yeah.
And what about there was a Disney program too?
Oh yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah. This is fun. This is something that's happened in the last couple of years. We've had a number of schools are chosen each year to put on Disney musicals, and it helps the teachers. They bring in different people to help the teachers create these musicals, and the kids work together, and it builds camaraderie and teamwork within the kids, helps them advance their skills in music and dance.
Right.
And it's
and you get to go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of that's a perk, right? That's fun. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Now you also you know, as part of the education, you were talking about anatomy of a piano. Tell me how that works.
Well, some of the things that the guilds are involved in, one of the things that is near and dear to my heart is a way of creating the 1,000-member group to volunteer for some of these functions. They bring in kids, they bus in kids from the different schools, and it's called Children at the Center.
Okay.
And this particular show was a couple of weeks ago, and it was so much fun because I volunteered as an usher, and there were 300 kids in Samueli Hall, and we had to get them all seated, make sure that you don't have two kids trying to squeeze into one chair.
Which I know they like to do, right?
3 to 5-year-olds, make sure their shoelaces are tied, and just try to help them enjoy the program without any situations happening.
Right, and 300 kids in one spot. I can imagine how nerve-wracking that must be.
Yeah, but that's small, that's peanuts, because we got one coming up every year that Alvin Ailey comes in. They do a special 1-hour program for students in the area, and we bus in like 3,000 students.
Yeah.
And they're anywhere from 3rd grade on up to 12th grade.
Great.
And we have to get them all seated, and Mrs. So-and-so, I have to go to the bathroom. And you have different things like that, and you have kids sitting together that shouldn't be sitting together.
Right.
And so we have to work to handle those issues too.
Well, thank goodness you have enough people to help out with that.
Right.
And then also you have partnerships that I'm sure are also very intricate to your program. Tell me about those.
Well, one of the things that the center has tried to do is to create this image of a center without boundaries. So they're working with the Alzheimer's Association, and they have special programs for those people to help them build their social and cognitive skills. We have a new program with CASA, so the foster kids can have these special programs. We go out to Camp Pendleton, and we have special programs for our military.
Right.
All different kinds of things. And Children's Hospital of Orange County is another one that they send their roster of professional artists in to help the kids.
Gosh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's a great program. I mean, all of the things you've been talking about. And they've been around for a while, right?
Yeah, yeah. And then we have different things like the School of Dance and Music for kids with disabilities, kids with autism, kids with cerebral palsy.
Something for everyone.
Yeah.
It sounds fabulous.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the fundraiser that you have coming up, the Masquerade Ball. I know we have a little flyer, and that kind of shows everybody what it's about, but why don't you tell me some of the fun details that, we have some pictures, so let's talk about what happened last time.
Well, last year was Mardi Gras, so we were heavily involved with the King and Queen. That's Gail Daniels and Jerry Goodrow and Lois Adams.
Lois, yes. I put the names there.
Yes, thank you.
Because I know we might
pictures, but I can never remember names.
And who's next? Let's go to our next slide and see what we've got, because we've got all sorts of fun stuff. Look at that.
Yeah, and this is Martha. She's hysterical. She's an ER doc.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
And then look at this right here. We've got him playing some fun music.
And that was, he's not Bruce Babad, but we had a really good Dixieland jazz group in there.
Fine.
And we had the little parade with the King and Queen.
Right.
And
there's some more fun things. So costume is optional, right?
Right. This year, costume is optional.
Okay.
I'm hoping to dig out a a sari that I had at one point, and the problem is trying to figure out how to put it on. But anybody, you can dress as Winston Churchill, you can dress as anybody that appeals to you, or you can dress as Spider-Man or Wonder Woman for all I care.
Well, that will be very fun.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be interesting to see. So next time, or this time, don't forget to get pictures, and if you guys can get a video, that way we can maybe show something for next time when you're here. And then it's going to be, what's the date of the Masquerade Ball?
It's March 29th.
March 29th,
it's Thursday evening.
Right.
Maybe 3 weeks from this Thursday.
Right, and then they have to get tickets and RSVP by next Thursday.
Well, yeah.
March 15th, you guys are a little flexible?
March 17th.
March 17th, okay.
Yeah.
All right, great.
St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, so then you've heard it, St. Patrick's Day. That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
All right, well, wonderful. Well, thank you so much. It was really nice to meet you and hear all about the guilds. And if you want to participate with the guilds or to find out about the Masquerade Ball, you guys are going to call Diana Howe at the number that you see on your screen, and that way they can participate in either the ball or the guilds. We'll be right back after this.